Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Meatballs Nursery. I'm Sandra. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. So, hey guys, it's Wednesday, hump day, hump day. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't believe how fast the week is going, the month is going, the year is going. Years are going. I actually just got done with a FaceTime video call with my dear friend Tina. And we were just talking about, dolly clothes and shoes. And she was showing me her gorgeous, gorgeous silicone by Angela Plica. And oh my God, the baby is incredible, Tina. I really, really love her. And I hope that, I know Christina's going to love her. I know Christina, you cannot keep her. You have to hand her back. Remember. But the doll show's coming up and everybody's getting excited, and including myself. Even though I won't be there in person, I'm going to be on the phone on a FaceTime, and that'll be fun. And so looking forward to that. And then the week after, I think it's the 22nd, that's when me and Christina are going to be doing our collab, and we will be picking a winner for our holiday giveaway. And if you are interested in learning more about that, please go check out the collab that me and Christina did last weekend, not just this past weekend, the weekend before. So go check that out if you're interested in learning more about that. I have lots of things to talk about today, not just a few. I have lots of stuff. Okay. So I am here by my lonesome again, which I'm loving this. I'm loving having time to myself. I took my time this morning getting ready. After Danny gets on the bus, it was smooth sailing. I was doing my thing, getting ready. First, of course, I had to do the dishwasher, which if you hear a beep, that's my dishwasher. And then shortly after Jason left, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm going to be out a long time today. I'm like, yeah. He had a doctor's appointment, and he had to go return a few things for me. And then he had to go to Walmart to pick up meds. And then so he's going to be out a few hours. Anyway, so it is a rainy, shitty ass day outside. And so I don't know how the lighting is going to be today. I apologize in advance, but it is crappy day. So I'm happy that I'm not feeling crappy, because usually with the weather like this, you don't want to do nothing. You're like, eh. But anyway, what else? Spoke to a bunch of friends this morning. Sherry, my dear friend Sherry. And Sherry did send me pictures of her Christmas decor. And Sherry, I love it. I think it's so unique. It's like she has this house that's like, I guess it's an older house, but it's like not I wouldn't say like a cottage, but it has that like Goldilocks feel. That's what I thought of when I seen that Goldilocks feel. But the way you decorate it is so simple but elegant. It's beautiful. Love it. I'm just like have things all over the place, so there is no one, thing, but it's very, very pretty. And so I was talking to Sherry, and then Sherry tells me that she sent me a birthday surprise today, and that it should arrive tomorrow. So thank you, dear Sherry, and Larry too. And so she said that I could open it right away. She wants me to open it right away. So if it gets here tomorrow before the kids get home, I'll do a video, even though I don't, I usually wait till Friday video, but I'm too excited to wait till then. So if it comes before the kids get home, I will hop on to do a video just to open that. But if it comes after, or later, then I'll just save it for Friday chat. But I am excited about that. I'm excited about a lot of things, okay? So, my ottoman arrived, my gray foldable ottoman thing I was telling you guys about last time. It's right here, but it's in the box. It just got here. In fact, when I was on the phone with Tina. So, let me see, darlings. So I'm just trying to organize things here in my mind and in vision. So, okay. Let's start with, I am so fucking excited, okay, because I was able to get my gingerbread pink backdrop, which it's coming today, okay? This stuff is arriving today through Amazon. So hopefully Friday chat, everything will be up and ready and you'll be able to see my new living room space, okay? So I got the gingerbread background. It does have green trees on each side, and then it has like a gingerbread house and 2 gingerbread men. Oh my God, it's so cute. Okay, I hope it's as good quality in person as it was like on the Amazon app, because, you know, I always check reviews. That's very important. But sometimes even with reviews, it's like, you know, people have different views, right? Different things. They, you know, different perspective, all that shit. Okay. So maybe, you know, I'm hoping it's good. Then I got the pink furry rug, but I got it in a rectangle shape instead of round. Okay. And this one's a little more fluffy. It has a little more fluff to it. So I'm hoping that's good, because that will go in the space in front of me, like from the tree down the length of the couch. So that'll be nice. Like when we watch Christmas movies together as a family, you know, Danny could lay on that and be comfortable with a pillow, you know, stuff like that. So I thought that was really nice, and the pink will match perfect. And then I was also able to grab a set of pink shears for my window, okay, for my sliding glass door window. So right now I have 3 panels of the, it's not white, it's kind of like an oatmeal color. I mean, you could say it's white, but when you get closer to it, it has like the specks like of oatmeal kind of thing. So I got the 2 pink shears. So I'm going to alternate. So I'm going to do the white, pink, white in the middle, pink, and white. So it's going to look like a pink and white candy cane. So I am so excited. And this piece of hair, just stay there. I'm so excited for that. It's going to look so cute in here. And then I have the other pink, like the one that's on my chair. I have another one that like that color that I'm going to drape over the top of the couch, which the couch is covered in like a gray fleece right now. So I think that'll match really well and kind of break it up. And the gray matches my new ottoman bench, which is gray. So the gray one is actually going to go in front here where I have this one. This pink one, I'm going to try and save if it looks okay. I might cover it so you can't see like the broken like part in it. And it's going to go back here against the wall with, I haven't decided yet on the Moses basket if I'm keeping that on this one or that one. I don't know what's going on yet. Okay. But I will let you know further. But yes, so I'm so excited, guys. I thought I couldn't do it. I was like, no. But luckily I was able to. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. That was kind of like for my birthday, you know, because Jason really wanted to get me something, you know, besides the doll. Because I bought the doll, you know, myself. But he wanted to get me something. And when I was telling him about how much, you know, I wanted to, you know, finish the living room as far as decorations, because I felt like, you know, it needed some brightening up in here, you know, even though I have tons of lights in here. It felt like, you know, it was kind of dragging for me, like right now, like it just doesn't match. Like I needed that piece for the floor. I wanted to brighten this up. I'm just so happy. Okay, I'm so happy. So I can't wait to show everybody. It's going to be great. Okay, so the other thing was, I don't want to talk too fast and then, you know, have nothing to talk about. So we're just going to take a little coffee break, okay? So I do have a lot to talk about, but I'm like, I kind of want to I don't want to talk so fast, because when I talk fast, then, you know, the video, you know, and I'm here for quite a while by myself. So, you know, we'll just stretch it out a little bit. And I know you guys like hanging out with me anyway. So we'll just like hang for a minute. Hey, you got your coffee with you? Go get your coffee. Now's the time. Now's the time. Go get your coffee, soda, whatever you're drinking. Last night, um, I did a little order at Walmart for some things I wanted for the uh, table for Christmas Eve. And so there was, now I never buy, okay? I never buy cans of soda. I hardly ever buy cans of soda. Anything in a can is seltzer. We usually get the flavored seltzer, okay? So very rarely will I get soda in the can. First of all, it's too fucking expensive, okay? They want $7, $8 for a 12-pack of soda. I mean, that's just as much as what we used to pay for a 6-pack of fucking beer. I mean, that's ridiculous, you know? So, I said, you know what? I was looking and they had rollbacks on many different sodas. I originally was going to get Dr. Pepper Zero Cream. So it was Dr. Pepper and cream, I guess. We've had it before, which is really good. And I like the Zero because I like diet soda better than, I like the taste of the diet sodas better than like the full sugar soda. I don't know if I just got used to it or what, but I don't know. So I was going to get that one, but then I seen that they actually had the Shirley Temple 7-Up in cans. So I was like, oh, that'd be nice, you know, because the kids, of course, down my bottles of the Shirley Temple 7-Up. I'm like, fuck, you know? So you can't even have a glass of soda around here with dinner. It's like they will drink it all up, and then by the time dinner comes around and you want to have a glass, it's like, where did all the fucking soda go, you know? And, but anyway, so I seen the cans, and I said, okay, I'll get them. You know, they were a rollback from 8 something, which is ridiculous. I don't know who would pay that for soda. 8 something, roll back to, I think it was $5.88. Even that's a little ridiculous, but I said, all right. So I bought them. And wouldn't you know, they fucking substituted my Shirley Temples. They didn't have it. But I wasn't that upset because they just substituted it with regular cherry 7-Up. So not bad. So, we each had a can last night, and then I hid 3 cans for myself because I'm like, no, I hid them. I have to hide waters. If I get bottles of water or like I get the seltzer cans or anything in a can, or I have to hide it. I have to, because they'll just go through it. And even if they ask me like, Mom, I can't say no. How can I say no to Mom? Can I have a bottle of water? I'm supposed to say no. You know, Mom, can I have a seltzer? You know, what am I supposed to say? No, you can't. So if it's out of sight, right, then they know that those are mine. Like they won't touch them. But you know, if it's just there, you know, what kind of mother would I be to say no, you can't have that? So it's silly. So those go quickly. You know, I don't care. It's water, seltzer, whatever. It's just, you know, in moderation too, because they'll just get, especially Jack. He'll like, the kid could drink a gallon. Okay, I'm not even joking. A gallon of water in 10 minutes. He's just like a fish. He's so thirsty. So, whatever. It is what it is. Is what it is. The life of a mom with 3 boys, 3 grown boys. But Jack is doing good. He, you know, he's gonna be graduating in May, June, whenever they graduate. And then, so the, you know, the workplace things and the college people, they've been going to the high school, I guess, to introduce the kids to different, you know, schooling, different, you know, what's it called? I can't think of the word. Classes or different things they could take to learn about certain things, you know. So he brought home a bunch of pamphlets the other day for electrical work, for welding, I think it was. One was for construction work, like if you wanted to use those big machines, you know, that they use on construction sites. And there was another one for HVAC. And that's what he wants to do. He's been all over the board as far as what he wants to do, but this one he's said several times, and even after the college show or whatever it was, he says, Mom, that's what I want to do. I want to go into HVAC. So I guess he's going to go into a schooling. I don't know if they put it like mid-year so the kids could start to learn what they want to, what they want to do while they're in their senior year, but then, transfer kind of over after he graduates. I think that's how they do it. So that's what he wants to learn about. HVAC. So heating and air conditioning, cooling. I said, can't you be a fucking hairdresser? Come on. Can somebody be a makeup artist, a hairdresser, a nail tech? I mean, come on. Okay, even, that's kind of, even a doctor, a lawyer, something I may need in the fucking future. Anything to help your mother out. I'm just joking. Of course, they can pick whatever career path they would like to pick. But, it would be nice if you pick something that benefits Mom a little bit, being that you're taking all my fucking seltzers. Payback's a bitch. You guys know I'm just fucking joking. But, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. And then Danny's like, well, Mom, maybe I'll do something like that. He says, I'll be an artist, and then an artist can also do makeup. I was like, Danny, thank you. Thank you. Danny actually said he wants to do animation. So he wants to draw characters and then animate them. Which is great. Hell, that's great. Ethan wants to be a voice actor. That's what he told me. So he's been trying to do auditions. But unfortunately, the ones that he really wants to audition for, you have to be 18 or older. So, and he's only 14. So he's got to wait. He's got a ways to wait. But there was this one audition for a new character at Five Nights at Freddy's. So he wanted to do that. He wanted to audition for that, but then they wrote back that you got to be 18. There was a couple other ones that he auditioned for. I think a cat voice in, I don't know, some kind of new cat show they're putting on Nickelodeon. No, Nickelodeon does it exist? I don't even fucking know. One of those channels. I don't know. Nickelodeon. That reminds me of me and my sister with the slime. When they throw the slime on you, Double Dare. Was it Double Dare? I don't know. You had a host, and there had a big giant hamster wheel, and then you got to go through this maze. I don't know. I think it was Double Dare. I think that's what it was called. But you get slimed. I don't know. My sister liked it more than I did, but that just I reminded when I said Nickelodeon. So they all have something that they're interested in, so that's good. Hell, maybe I'll go to nail tech school. You never know. You never know. So they have their own things going on, and that's great. I'm proud of them. They're all doing great in school. Even I'm surprised Ethan has stepped up his game because he knew. I said, your grades, that's gonna all depend on Christmas. Like, what you get, in other words, because he was wanting the, expensive things. The tablet, the games, those are all higher priced items. And I got them all for him because I wasn't going to get the second game if he didn't raise his grades, but he did. And I'm proud of him. Jack is always, I can't, my firstborn, you guys already know, he's Jack. He's doing great too. He's still doing straight A's, honor student, honor roll, all that. So I'm proud of all my kids. I really am. Danny is doing fantastic. He's reading at 2 grade up. He's reading at a 5th grade level in 3rd grade. So that's phenomenal. That's great. His teacher always sends postcards to him in the mail. She's always writing me letters saying, what a pleasure he is to have in her class. And he's so smart. And in other words, in her class, he doesn't do the same level of work that the other kids do. I think there's 3 kids, like him and 2 other ones, that sit at a different table. I don't think the other kids realize, that they're doing higher work, Um, but yeah, so that, I mean, it's incredible. It really is. Um, Again, we're back to their kids, right? So they're kids. They're going to be kids. They're still going to have their moments. They're still going to, whine, moan, bitch, and complain. They're human, right? They're little humans, and that happens. And at home is where they feel the most comfortable to express those feelings. And unfortunately, sometimes, mom and dad are at the brink of that. That's what we got to take. But it's okay. I think things have been going better since like Danny has his own room now, because he's able to go in there, and if they start with their squabbling and all that stuff, I just said, Danny, just go in your room. Okay, just go to your room until you're able to calm down, because the rest of the family doesn't want to hear it. And that's the problem. And then that starts, and then Jack will tell me, well, Mom, I'm not staying out here. If they're going to argue, if my brothers are not going to stop, then I'm leaving. And then I lose out on time with my oldest son because the other two won't stop squabbling. And so, and yes, I think I got squabble from Bluey, okay? I'm thinking of that because I never use that word. And I think that's from Bluey or maybe Peppa. One of those shows, okay? They say stop squabbling. I'm pretty sure it's Bluey. Sherry, you got to tell me. I think it is Bluey, because we haven't watched Bluey in a while because Danny's kind of out of that stage. But we watch every episode of Bluey, Peppa, definitely PJ Masks. Oh my God. But yeah, we've watched all those. So I think that's from that. Those are fun memories. I was just telling Sherry this morning, I love when they were at the toddler stage, and she has a granddaughter that's 18 months old. And oh my God, I can't wait for my granddaughter, Sherry. Well, they better wait a few years. But it's exciting, right? It's an exciting moment in time and in life. And I can't wait, I can't wait for it. Since I never had a little girl, I keep telling them, somebody better give me a granddaughter. Out of the three of you, at least one of you has to have a daughter. I mean, come on. So, Jack will say, I'm not having any kids, and then he'll come and tell me, he'll be like, Mom, if I do have a girl, I already know what I'm going to name her. So he loves the name Luna for some reason. I don't know why. But he always, he's told me that several times now, and he's kind of kept that name. I don't know if his wife will agree or whoever his significant other is. I don't know. I don't know if they will agree with naming the daughter Luna, but it's a beautiful name. But I'm not one of those mothers that's going to be like, oh, you got, take my name suggestions. This is what you should be, the family line. You should be naming it after your grandmother. You should be naming your daughter Karen or Catherine or whatever. No, I'm not going to do that. Or Francis, Josephine. I'm not going to do that. All right. They name their kids what they want to name them. I didn't get to name them what I wanted to name them, unfortunately. Excuse me. Because, Jason didn't like, I've said this before, Jason didn't like the names I was picking for them. It was very hard for me to pick Jack's name. It was very hard because it was my first baby. I'm looking at all these baby name books. It's your first kid. You don't want to name him something that you're going to regret later down the line. And so I'm just thinking of all these names. And I knew I didn't want to name him something like, in the family. I just didn't want to do that. And I had my mother saying, oh, Sandra, name him Anthony after your grandfather, and I'm like, no, like, I want my son to have his own name. I want him to be his own person. I don't want to name him anything else. So I was searching, looking in these books, and then around the same time, Britney Spears. Yes, Britney Spears had her, I think, youngest son, Sean Preston. And I never really heard the name Preston before, but when I heard it, and of course it's Britney Spears, she picked it for her son. I said, "Oh my God, I love that name. I love the name." And I told Jason, I said, "I want to name him Preston." And he's like, "Preston?" He's like, "No, where did you even get that from?" I'm like, "Brittany, And he's like, he did the whole thing, And he's like, "No." He's like, "We're not. So I kept looking because he didn't like it. And then when I was pregnant, I kept watching because we didn't have cable. So I had to keep watching like VHS tapes or at the time Blu-ray, I don't know. So I kept watching Pirates of the Caribbean, The Black Pearl. And of course I love Johnny Depp, so you know. And then I was watching the Titanic, my other favorite movie, over and over and over. And both characters in there, their name is Jack. Okay? We got Jack, what was it? Was his last name Dawson? Or was that Rose's last name? I don't know. Jack. And then Captain Jack Sparrow. And oh my God. I was like, okay, we'll name him Jack. And even though Jack is a very, very common name, I don't know. I just love the name. So I was like, okay. Two characters I absolutely love. Two actors I absolutely love, Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio. So I was like, okay, that's what we're gonna name him then. He's like, Jack. He's like, okay. He was like, all right, I'm okay with Jack. So I said, but I am putting his middle name Preston. And he's like, fine. So that's how we got Jack Preston. With Ethan, my husband completely picked that name. Now, when I was pregnant with Ethan, me and Jack, one of Jack's favorite movies that was out at the time was Tangled, okay, with Rapunzel. And the main boy character in Rapunzel is Flynn Rider. So I liked both Flynn and Rider. But again, my husband was like, what? He's like, you want to name him after a character of Rapunzel? I said, why not? It's so cute. He said no. So then he's like, I'm going to name him. He's like, you pick Jack. He's like, and I'm not really, because I want to name him Preston, but okay. And then, so he's like, well, I want to name him after my favorite actor. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. What are you going to name him? Rocky? What are you going to name him? He says, no, but we can name him Rocco. I said, I am not naming my son Rocco. Okay. So he's like, all right, fine. He's like, one of my favorite actors really is, Ethan Hawke. So he's like, we will name him Ethan. I'm like, oh. And at that time I was so sick, like during my pregnancy with Ethan, that any little time that I had that wasn't me throwing up, was spending with Jack, obviously, because he was a toddler. But I didn't want to talk about it. I really didn't care. I was probably sick at the moment. I was like, okay, sure, and then I threw up. So that's, but I said, fine, we can name him Ethan if his middle name could be Ryder. See where I'm going with this again? So he's like, fine. So we named him Ethan Ryder. So yes, his middle name is after the Rapunzel character. And Jack's middle name is after Britney Spears' son. So, and both kids have first names of actors that we liked at the time, okay? And then Daniel, I kind of caved in because I wanted to name him Ruben, was one of the names I loved at the time, or Levon. And Levon is actually from a song by Elton John. So, and at the time, I think, no, we had remembered like on American Idol, Taylor Hicks, when he was on there, we loved him. And he actually sang that song as well, Levon. So we loved that name. I thought it was really cool. So it was between Levon, Ruben, and then my mother had a butt-in, of course, because I was pregnant with Daniel at the same exact time that my sister Michelle, my youngest sister, the one I don't talk to, same time she was pregnant with her son. So when we both found out that we were both having boys, my mother chimes in. Sandra, why don't you, because I told her what I was picking. She's like, why don't you just, she's like, I know you don't really like the real Italian names, because my sister said that to me too, through both my pregnancies before that. She's like, why don't you ever pick an Italian name? I'm like, bitch, because first of all, I ain't all Italian, okay? I'm only half Italian. And secondly, I don't like all those Italian names, I just don't. Some of them are, they're cool, but just not for my kids. And I think a large part of that was because, my stepfather's family and how they always spoke only Italian in front of me and they were rude to me. And so I felt like some sort of way. So I was like, okay, what, Mom? What do you want to tell me? She's like, well, Michelle picked a name for her son and she's going to name him Anthony after your grandfather, which is my mother's father. So I'm like, oh, what a fucking surprise that is, And then she's like, why don't you name your son Daniel after your uncle, which is my mother's brother. And he's also my godfather. And he also was a father figure to me growing up, okay? I really felt like my Uncle Danny was like my lifeline growing up. So, when she suggested that to me, I felt a little pressure, but I loved the name Daniel. And also at the time, Ethan was a toddler and we would watch Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. And so we would always sing the song, it's Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. And I thought, how cool would that be for my son to be named Daniel and he watches Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood and a tiger on TV that has the same name as him. I mean, how fucking cool is that, right? That's like that show, Molly, where she has the fucking mirror, magic mirror, and she's saying, and I see Sandra, and I see Sherry, and I see Suzanne, and I see Alicia, I see Tina, and I see Christine. You guys, romper room. That was it. So I thought that would be so cool, right? That he hears his name on the TV, So that's kind of what pushed me to say, okay. It was Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, okay? So Daniel was named from a combination of my uncle and Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. Now his middle name is Jason. That's self-explanatory. That's after Dad. So his name is Daniel Jason, and I wanted, the plan was I was going to call him DJ, for short. And he didn't like it. He doesn't even like Danny. He doesn't like when you call him Daniel. He doesn't like Daniel. He only likes Danny. And I said, but Daniel is your name. And he came home the other day and he says, Mom, he says, if you could change your name, what would you change it to? And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, Danny, that's a good question. I'm like, let me think, okay? And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like the name Emma. I like the name Ellie. I like the name, anything with like E for some reason. I tend to like those names. Ellen, Eileen. I don't know. I like the E's. Anyway. So, he's like, oh, those are nice, Mommy. And he's like, you know what? If I could change my name, it would be Danny. And I'm like, I just cracked up. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, that is your name. And he's like, well, no. He's like, my name is Daniel. But I really just want to be a Danny. And I was like, Danny, get out of here. Get out of here. And he starts laughing and he was rolling on the floor. I said, that is your name. That's your name. It was just too funny. You had to be there. And then we played Sneaky Pete. Oh my God. The kids love the game. Christina, that was a big hit. Danny loves, we've been playing it every day when he comes home from school and then after dinner. So me and Danny played, and then sometimes before he leaves. We played yesterday before he left. So he loves it. And then I even got Ethan to play with me yesterday with Stitch. And I sent Christina a little clip of Stitch rolling the dice. It was so cute. But we've been having lots of fun with that. And that's what I meant by, that's why I got so emotional too, is that because I know my kids. And I knew that was going to be a big hit. And I just felt like the kind of full circle almost of, me being a kid playing it, and then now I'm playing it with my kids. It was, in the Christmas season, and I don't know, it was just beautiful, So, we've been having fun with that. That's definitely been, that was an awesome gift. Awesome gift. So thoughtful too. Like crazy. Like I didn't think anybody remembered that. I talk about so many fucking things on my videos, So that was definitely a surprise. Okay, let me take a breath after all that talking, because that was a lot of talking over here. All right. So we have so many things to do. Okay, I told you about the background. So that'll be, Friday's video. I'll show you around. FedEx just got here. I don't know if I have anything. I don't know what's coming. I don't know. Like, I don't know the truck. I don't know how it's coming, I guess. But if they knock, then I answer. Then I know. Okay, so next. Okay, I gotta tell you guys something, all right? Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Yesterday, I was wrapping presents. Jason would come in and help me a little bit, but I was wrapping presents in the boys' room, in Danny's room. And Jason was out here and he said he was going to bake something. So I said, okay, I thought he was going to do like a pumpkin pie or his muffins, whatever the fuck he's doing. So I said, that keeps him busy. I'm like, okay, go bake. I had Christmas music on my headphones, so I couldn't hear a thing, and I'm just rapping. I'm rapping. Which I wrapped like 4 or 5 presents in that fucking stupid ass blue dark paper that's like this. And then I ripped it all off. After I'm like, no. It does, to me, it did not scream Christmas for kids. It's like maybe for adults, like if you don't have any kids in the household, or maybe if your entire room is white, or like, a lighter color, and it's something, you have white Christmas lights and all that, and then maybe that would fit in better. But I put white ribbon around it, the silver, I put a bunch of them, curly and everything. It just wasn't doing it for me. I didn't feel that it looked like a kid's Christmas. So I ripped them all off, and I got new paper, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But that was part of my Walmart order. That was part of why I needed it right away, because I was like, fuck, a day wasted of wrapping. But anyway, so while I was in there, then I come out and go to so Jason's like, okay, it's ready for you to assemble it. And I'm like, what? I was just wrapping. What are you talking about? He's like, oh, well, I made the cakes for the 3 color cookies, because we had talked the night before about making them and then freezing half for my birthday. So I guess he wanted to make them, and I didn't. Anyway, the point being that I told him, I said I wanted to do that on a video. I wanted to make them on a video, and he's like, oh shit, I'm sorry, so we'll make them again, before Christmas. So hopefully we can make them again before Christmas, and then I'll show you, because it was too late by then. So I just put the jelly on and melted the chocolate and the sprinkles. And so we have the 3 color cookies here. So I could show you, show you them. This is how they turned out. I think they turned out pretty darn good. And they're so delicious. And this year, I think he used a little more almond extract in it, because that's really the flavor for these cookies, is the almond extract. That's what gives it that Italian taste, right? It's not just a regular, because without the almond extract, it's just a cake. It's just regular cake, you know. You have to add enough almond extract in it. And I use dark chocolate on top. People use milk chocolate. I like the dark chocolate. And then the sprinkles. I mean, you could do it without the sprinkles. You know, you don't have to have the sprinkles. Also, in between the layers, let me see if I could bring this up to you here. I use just a thin layer. You probably can't even see it, of jelly. Maybe that's not a good one to show you, because some of them came out. I'll tell you, some of them you can't even see the jelly in, because I'm telling you, it's so well, here it's coming out of this one, but so thinly done. That's kind of a sloppy one, but you could see the jelly there. I just put a thin layer because it's so expensive for the preserves. So I just put a thin layer in between each, you know, color of raspberry preserves. Now, you're supposed to use apricot, but or peach, maybe. I don't know, one of those. I don't like the taste. It's too, like, bittery for me. So, so I use the raspberry. But it tastes just as good. I will tell you, my kids tried them. They were brave enough to try them. Jack gagged. Ethan spit it out, and Danny ate it, and he said it's good, better than last year, he says, but it's not like a Chips Ahoy that he'll go and grab 3 and go eat them. He said they're good, like, to have one, he said, once in a while. So I think it's the almond extract that the kids don't like. So that's okay, though. More for mom and dad. I think they came out incredible. So, really incredible. I don't want to eat one right now because I had like 5 this morning with my coffee. And I'll save these for, because we froze the rest. So I'll freeze these for dessert after dinner. So they turned out great, you know. But I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to show you guys. But when we make them again, I'm going to have to, like, put a note on my fridge or something and tell Jason, you know, do not make without me. So... But anyway, so now I got the chocolate on me. All right, we're good. So, I should have, like, hold on, I think I have, like, alcohol pad or something. I just don't want to touch, like, the dolls. Hold on one second. Okay, there we are. So I got my alcohol pad because I keep them over here because I clean my phone, you know, before I start a video. And I'm just going to make sure my fingers are clean before I touch the babies. So, these nails, I'm probably going to take them off later. Either that or have to put more layers on. I don't think I want to keep these on long, though. I think I want to put my avocado nails. I've been dying to use those. So, maybe I'll just put my avocado nails on for Friday video. Because these, yeah. I mean, they're cute, but I don't know. Like, one is already popping up. You could see. It's lifting. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep... See how it's lifting there? I don't know if you guys could see that. But it's lifting. And I don't want to keep... I can't keep adding layers because it's going to look ridiculous. I mean, you can't... I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to see what I'm going to do. But you guys will see. You guys will see with me. Okay. So, I got a fucking mess over here. Okay. Okay. Next, let me show you the wrapping paper. Okay. This is hurting me. I'm taking these off. It's hurting me. You know what? I'll put my Christmas headbands on. There we go. Oh. Okay. There we go. All right. So, it doesn't really match, but I don't know. It doesn't match. I can't stand that. It doesn't match. But we'll leave it. We'll leave it for today. We'll leave it. All right, we'll leave it because it's Christmas. That's why I'm leaving it. Okay, so the wrapping paper. This is the wrapping paper I picked. I got 2 of them. Now, I had to get 2 of them to equal, and that 2 of these doesn't even equal 1 roll of the other one. 1 roll of the other one was $5 and change. So $6, almost $6 for 1 roll. But that equaled to more than 2 of these together. But it's okay because I think this is enough for what I have to wrap. But these were $10 for 2. So $10 for 2 of these, and it's not even as much as the one roll of the other one that costs $6. But my kids have never had character wrapping paper on their presents before, and they're all really into Stitch. So I got Stitch paper. So I got 2 of these, and I think this is going to be way better. Okay, it has the teal and the pink. So see, I was thinking. So it has the teal and the pink in it, and the blue there, and it says Merry Stitchmas. And it has all the color lights, and look, they have them hugging here in Santa hats. They're all different designs. There he is there again. So okay, this was $5 for 60 square feet. And the other one was $6 for 160 square feet. 100 more feet for $4 less. No, for the same. No, because it's 2. So for about the same price, you get 100 square feet less with this roll because it's character paper. It's okay though. I got 2, and that's 120 square feet. So that should be more than enough to wrap the rest of the stuff I got to wrap. Because I think I wrapped a good majority of it. I wrapped all the Christmas Eve presents already in the old paper I had from last year, which is beautiful. It has Santa on it and snowmen and stuff. So a majority of that paper is for the Christmas Eve gifts. So that'll all match Christmas Eve because that stuff they're going to open Christmas Eve. And then there's a few gifts that still have that on it for Christmas Day, but I could kind of hide those like under this, or like under the tree. And then put mostly these around the front, or if I have leftover paper after I wrap everything else that I have to wrap, then I might go back and unwrap those few and wrap it in the Stitch paper. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm not buying any more wrapping paper. So whatever I got here, that's it. Anything else is not being wrapped. Okay? This is it. But I was thinking with the teal and the pink. Okay? So that's my wrapping paper. Now let me show you what else I got. Okay? I mean, Jason's really like, he's kind of upset, but he's not, I don't know. He's like upset because, he says you should really wait to get this stuff, because I guess I'm getting too excited, but he says you really should wait, just because of what's going on with EBT and all that shit. And we really don't know, and we should be saving, and he sees me, he's like, he's like, you can't keep buying this shit now. You can't, he's like, wait, you got to wait. And I'm like, I know, but I just need these couple more things. And, so, I mean, this was a great deal too, because I was looking at paper products for the table for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and they were priced at like over $20 for the set of like, everything. And I got everything here for $1 a piece at Walmart. So I don't want to hear it, you got a good deal. You got a good deal. So let's remember, okay, I showed you this already, but my pink tablecloth, right? It's that stretchy pink tablecloth, okay? So then I got these really cool, well, these weren't $1. These were like $2.60, I think. But you get 24 of these really cool teal cups. I don't know if it's coming across teal, but they're teal. Well, maybe once they're like singly, not together, they'll look more teal. But right now, I don't know, they look kind of blue, more. No, because my tree's on. Okay, that is too fucking weird. Like, I just looked at my tree to see, like, and when I started the video, it was on multicolored flashing lights. And now it is just steady teal. Ma? Ma, is that you? But that's weird. So I'm looking at it, yes, and they are definitely teal. So think of that, okay, on the pink, okay? Now, well, I don't want to show you those yet because those go on top of something else. So I should have just took all this out of the bag. Yeah, let me do that. Okay. And put this. What did the kids put in here? I'll have to look at it later. Okay. Okay, so now you're picturing this, okay? We got the pink tablecloth and these blue cups. Okay, you picturing it? And you got the blue napkins, the teal napkins over the pink tablecloth. Then you got the pink forks to go on top of the blue napkins. And then I got the blue big plates to go over the pink tablecloth. Okay. And then I got the pink little plates for dessert plates or whatever to go inside the blue. So that'll be on top of that. And then the blue napkins on top of the pink, pink on top of the blue, blue on top of the pink. I figured it all out. So isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty, guys? So while it's not like Christmas, okay, it's the Christmas color theme that I am doing this year, okay, with all my pink and teal ornaments and the pink gingerbread theme, and and the walls in the dining room are pretty much this color, a little bit darker. So the walls are this color in there. So everything will match really nice and pretty. It'll look really pretty. And I do have some red on the wall in there, but that's okay. So I think this is going to look really, really pretty, And when I showed this to the kids, they were like, oh, you're doing like Stitch theme. So like Angel and Stitch. And once I get like the Christmas candy, that's wrapped in like silver gold, red and green. And then you put that in the plate, in the middle of the table. Or I could even use one of these cups to fill up like, for the kids, put each one like next, like use one for a drink and then another one for candy. I could put next to the place setting, on Christmas morning or Christmas Eve, because they're little tiny, they're cups, they're tiny cups. I could like fill one with Hershey Kisses or Rolos or whatever kind of candy and put that next to the plate, and that'll bring some color of Christmas to the, to the table setting. I think it's going to look really fucking nice. Okay. Now, these were $2 and change, okay? Let's say $3. Everything else was $1, except my tablecloth, of course. That was $12. So we're not going to count the tablecloth, because you could get a plastic tablecloth in this color for $1 at Walmart. So if you really wanted to do this, but you didn't want to spend that much on a tablecloth, I just got this to use regularly too, because it'll last a while and I needed one. But if you wanted to do plastic, you could, and that's $1. So for, let's say, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, under $10 for your Christmas place settings. And then you can do, like I said, the candy, even if you bought a small bag for like $5 and put it in the middle table, whatever it may be, all you have, or maybe you already have candles, and maybe a nice silver or gold even. I think silver would look beautiful with these colors. And you put a couple of silver candles in the middle of the table. Maybe you already have some like pink garland with flowers, and then you stick little turquoise little picks or something in their leaves. Maybe you have even greenery you got to put around. I think that would look gorgeous, really gorgeous. So that's my, if I cannot drop them and break them. Okay. There we go. There we go. Let me put this over here. All right. So that's my Christmas place setting. Do you guys like it? Do you like it? I think it's going to look really pretty, especially with the blue walls, The only thing I didn't get, I really wanted to get a rug for underneath my table in the dining room. I was looking at a pink rug because my floors, like I've said this so many times before, my floors are fucking shitty. We've been here for almost 10 years now, and they've never come into, nothing with the floor rug. And I spoke to somebody 3 days ago. I wrote it down, wrote the time. I'm writing everything down, and I explained to her, I said, I have called so many times, okay, because I called to do, they got to fix the fan in the kids' bathroom. So, she said, any other repairs? And I told her about the rug, And then I said, look, I said, we want to just replace this rug. So please, can you talk to management and ask what we got to do, or, you know, what's going. And she said, I promise I'll talk to them and get back to you. So I ain't going to hold my breath, but, you know. So I think what I wanted to do to make it look some semi-decent is I wanted to cover the floor underneath the table, but we'll see. We'll see if I could do that or not. Because that rug for over there, I can't get a furry rug, you know, for the dining room. I have to get one of those, like, I guess you call it Oriental rug, where it's very thin, you know, and it has like the I have one on my list. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it, but in fact, it was on sale for like $37, and I almost bought that instead of what I bought yesterday for the rug in here. I was like, we probably need that more for the dining room, and I was kind of struggling between the two, but I was like, okay, you know, so we'll see, and if not, then it's fine, you know. Okay, next. This is just a fun-filled video, isn't it? I haven't even shown you babies yet. So, now we're going to get to baby stuff. First off is, I have my little Nina here. And, I have somebody knocking. Hold on, please. Okay, guys, so Jason just got home. I don't know, now you're too close to me. Jason just got back, so I'm not alone anymore. We can't talk about those things anymore, okay? No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, we're just getting to babies. My ottoman came, it's over there. So, but anyway, like he cares. Anyway, so, okay. Oh, I was telling you about Nina. So, Nina is naked. Well, she has her diaper on, and I put another different headband on her because her little dress on the sheer part of the slip, it had like a tear in it or a hole or something, and I was not happy, but it went back. Jason returned it, so that shouldn't have happened within a week or two, whatever I had it for. So she's gonna be like this for now. I don't know if I'm gonna order the same one again, because maybe it's just delicate. That I don't know, you know, because I pick her up too much. She has a little powder residue on her. Anyway, so I might get her a pajama, I think. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is look for a pajama. Because, you know why, like I said, because we pick her up a lot, you know, and maybe that dress was just, like I said, too delicate. I don't know if it arrived like that or if it happened. I don't know, but it shouldn't have happened, even if it was from me. It shouldn't have happened just from picking her up, and, you know. So I don't know. Maybe it could have got caught on my neck. I have no idea. But anyway, so she's going to be like this until I get her a jammy. But I do have something to open for her from Tina. It's early birthday mail. So we're going to open that together. And then I want to show you a couple of onesies that I had bought, I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago, that just arrived yesterday. And I already washed them and hoping to shrink them a little bit. They're preemie size, but I wanted to shrink them a little bit for Nathan. So we're going to try one of those on Nathan. First, we're going to open the Happy Mail. So let's do that. And I don't even know if it's going to fit her. We don't know what to expect. But let's try it out. So it came in this cute little gift box. I did not open this yet. I just took this out of the Amazon wrapper. So it says Best Gift. And then it has a little baby carriage and a little romper and a bottle, a pacifier. This is really cool. And look, hot air balloons, little stars. This is really, really cute box. I don't know what brand it is or anything. We'll see together. And what does it say? It just says Best Gift, ages 3 and up. So I hope I can open this without ripping it. Okay, there we go. So exciting. Let's see what's in here. Okay. Okay, so, ooh, nice color and material. Okay, let's see. So, and now I remember, Tina did send me a screenshot of this. I have forgot exactly what it looked like, but here's little threads. I'm not going to pull them. Don't pull the threads. Don't pull the threads, Sandra. So let me just, what are you doing?
Just opening the dishwasher.
Okay, these scissors, I swear, I'm gonna buy myself new scissors again. And I'm gonna hide them from you guys. Yeah. Cause now my scissors are dull as shit. Anyway. Okay, so let's open up this outfit. Oh, it has little socks with pom-poms. Well, I think we could try it on her. But it will probably be too wide. But that's okay. Let's look at it together, okay? And I'm putting it up against Nathan, and it would fit him perfect. So, yeah, I think these are just meant for his size doll. But that's okay. It's still adorable. And like I said, it'll fit my birthday baby. So that's good. Here's the beautiful headband. That is really cute. Look, it has the little, like, I don't know if you guys can see that. It has like little dots or something on it, little pom-poms. The material is really nice. Look at that knit material. And it has these adorable socks. These are the cutest, Tina. These are so cute. Look at these socks.
Oh.
And they have little pom-poms, pink and yellow pom-poms. Or they're more like cream color. I wouldn't say yellow. Look how cute, the little pom-poms. So this one I gotta... That's so cute. You don't have to go inside. I mean, I'm not going to, now that you're home, I'm not going to, like, drag it out. Nah, I already talked about you, so you're good.
All good.
I told everybody how you wouldn't let me name the kids what I really wanted to name them, so it ended up their middle name.
It's called compromise.
Well, that wasn't a compromise. I mean, for me to just get their middle names, and you had to pick the first names.
Daniel, we agreed on it, though.
Yeah, well, I only agreed to that because of Daniel Tiger.
So was your uncle.
Well, yeah, half. I already said that. Half my uncle and half Daniel Tiger. All right, come on, don't bother me. You're messing up my wig.
All right.
Anyway, these socks are really adorable. And then here is the actual outfit. This is so pretty. It's the that same knit material. This is nice. It's nice and stretchy, and it has like the pattern in it. And then it has this bow with a flower in the middle and the blue center. And then it has the ruffle around the top.
Oh, storage item.
What?
I hope I don't lean on it.
Don't. Whatever. Okay. And this is it's really cute. I really love this. It's really adorable. And it's not cheaply made. This is really nice. This is obviously a baby doll outfit because there's no, tag or nothing. But it's really, really beautiful. See, I want to find more stuff like this that, a lot of the outfits that they have in this size for baby dolls like this, they're like hot pink, and it has weird designs on it, and like it just screams that it's a doll outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is more like baby clothes, like that you would find in the store for a preemie or a newborn, that you would actually put on a real baby. A lot of those other ones that are made for this size just look cheap because they're like for a baby doll. This is actually really, really nice. So I'm going to show you just for size purposes. Okay. I'm going to show you how this looks on Nathan. Well, I'm going to put the socks on him. and then I'll just hold up the outfit to him so you could just see that okay, Nathan, I know you're like, what are you doing to me, Mom? I'm not even gonna put the whole outfit on him, but I just for reference. It actually looks really cute on him, but no, Nathan, you cannot wear this, okay? Okay, so I didn't actually put the outfit on him, it's just in front of him. But he has the headband on and the socks. There he is. I mean, I gotta fix him more, but that's what this size outfit is for him. For this size, you know? Very, very cute. I love it. I do love it. Now, let's see. So my new baby will have clothes. Thank you. Thank you so much. So here, like this is way, that's obviously way too big. These will go all the way up there. And I mean, I could try and put it on her. I think she'd just obviously be swimming in it. So I'd rather, wait and put the new baby in it. But thank you so much. I absolutely love it. And I will definitely use it for my new baby. Again, I know it's tricky. When I hope I didn't, I'm sure I confused other people as well. This doll will fit into a 14.5-inch fashion doll outfit. So Glitter Girls, that's another one. Glitter Girls, Welly Wishers, that size doll, that have the slim bodies that are like 14 inches tall, that's what she fits in. So I do have a couple of those outfits on my wish list on Amazon if you want to just like go and look and see what I'm talking about, what I mean, because they show the dolls dressed in those outfits on there. So you could get an idea of like maybe you have a tiny baby like this and you're wanting to get her an outfit, and I don't want everybody to be like disappointed ordering baby doll outfits and then they're like, oh well, Sandra said they fit in the 14-inch, what the fuck. But it's for the fashion dolls. Okay, fashion dolls. So now my poor baby Nate, let's get Nate over here. Okay, here's Nate. Oh, my baby. I love this baby. Okay. Nathan needs pacifiers. Like this one. You see how it's like clear all around? And then it has the design in the front. That's the best for him because I tried other ones and they sucked. I don't even use them. I totally ruined them. I also have this on my list. A set of 3 of them that I want for him. But if you have a silicone this size or a baby that needs a modified pacifier and you're looking for something, that would fit or work for your doll, go check them out. There's a bunch of different designs you could get. I think I put like snowman or something. I don't know, but you could go check them out. If you like the clear, around the design. So, yeah, I got to get him some more of those. But so he has been hanging out. There he is, Nathan, with his chubby little hands and his cute fingers. And he's in a preemie size Winnie the Pooh diaper, fits perfect. And with his little red lips. Well, they look pink. They look way more like red in the camera. So this is Nathan, and usually Nathan has been wearing the same old onesie since I got him, really. So I wanted to really find something for him to wear, And when I was on Walmart, like I said, about a week and a half ago, I came across a set of 3 clearance onesies. I think they were $4 maybe for 3. And I said, let me just try it. Maybe I could shrink them so this way he'll have something to wear. So I bought the set of 3. It comes with well, this is the one I want to put on him. Okay, let me put him down. This is the one I want to try on him. So they're Carter's Child of Mine Preemie. So this is they're all long sleeve. So this is a koala print. It has the brown little koalas everywhere. It has the fold over mitts in case I want to cover his hands. And I already washed them and put them in the dryer twice. So I'm hoping that it shrunk enough. I think it did. That it'll just fit him a little bit. Now, what's funny? Oh my gosh. What's funny is that this one also came in the same pack, same size, washed and dried the same. But for some reason, this one is bigger still. So this one shrunk more. So this also came in the pack. It's a gray long sleeve, and then it has just the one koala in the front that says happy, little, and kind. So that's really cute too. But look at this. They just washed, I guess, differently. So the gray one, you can clearly see, has a longer, bigger sleeve still, and is bigger on the bottom. Okay. It's wider too. This one stayed wider than that one. You could see how it shrunk in the middle? That's wider. So this will be for Clark, okay? Because he doesn't have much either. So that'll be for Clark. And this is another one that shrunk nicely for Nathan that came with this. So this was the third one in the pack. And this is just a green, like a sage green color. And then it has the little leaves all over it. So this I will save for Nathan as well. So he has a second outfit to wear. So we're going to try this on Nathan and hopefully it fits him. Okay. I'm going to put his legs in here and then I'll pick him up and okay. So I got his legs in. Now let's hope that this doesn't give me problems for his arms or his little fingers. You got to be very careful of his little fingers. So I might go through this way. Let's see. All right, I got to be very careful here with his fingers. Got all your fingers out, Nate? Okay. There we go. Now let's do this side. Yeah, you got to be careful with the silicone, especially the fingers. Because I know little Johnny's pinky is loose. Is not loose, but you don't want to mess with it, Let me see. Gotta make sure the fingers are all there. Oh, one more Clark. Nathan. See, because I never dress him. That's why. All right, let's see. I think this is going to work for you, little buddy. I think it's going to work. Let's see. It's going to be big. But I shrunk it as much as I could. And you know what? I could always pin it. That's what I'm going to have to do is pin it at the shoulder maybe. Fold this as much as I can. And also I got to roll up the sleeve, of course. Let me roll up the sleeve. Sorry, I'm going to put him upside down. Let me just roll up the sleeve once. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of I don't know, old school. I remember my mom always doing that, rolling up the sleeve a little bit. Yeah, I don't really care. I think it makes it look a little, it takes away from the outfit, you know? It makes it look kind of, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. So I could just go this way. That's what I'm thinking I'm doing. Where are you? Because that way the koala part still shows. Yeah. Because I think the other way, I don't know. Not that it looks trashy, but it just looks, it looks like incomplete. Like the outfit is not, you know, that's just not how. So that's way better, okay? That's how you should do it. So if you have something that's too big on the baby, you should fold it, see, because then you still have the koala design and it just looks like a regular shirt sleeve, you know? If you roll it like that, it just looks like sloppy, you know, very messy. Like you didn't take your time enough to figure it out. Like you just wanted it done and over with and let's go on with the day, you know? So I think that this way is way better. Um, but hey, you know, you do how you want to do dress your babies, you know? I just didn't feel that that's how I wanted mine to look. Um, okay, there we go. Hey, I'm not knocking anybody that does it like that. That's how you do it. That's how you dress your babies, and that's, you know, you do you. But I don't know. I just think it looks incomplete. So, and now it kind of looks like he has mittens, even though I folded them. It needs to be folded again. So it's going to take a minute here. It's going to take a minute, all right? Because now it's still too long. So I got to get his fingers out again. And then I got to fold it again. Now, the problem with this, I mean, whether you roll it inward or outward, the problem becomes that you don't want it to look too bulky neither. Because then it's going to start to look, you know, not good neither. So let me see how this one looks. All right, see, that's way better, okay? So now I know that I got to roll this inward one more time. And then it should be good, guys. Then it should be good. I know I'm probably boring you with this rolling of the sleeve shit, but we got to get him. We got to get him to look halfway decent here. He hasn't had a new outfit since I got him, so all right, let's see. All right. Okay, so the sleeves look good. Now in here is where, you know, it's got, well, when he's laying down, it'll look fine, you know, but I'm trying to make it look like it's a two-piece, you know, like shorts and a top. Okay. I don't know. That's just how I am. That's just how I've always been. Like I can't have something that doesn't look completed, you know? Like it just looks like, you know, who done it and ran type of thing. You know, you don't want to be you want to present things in a nice, you know, way, in a, you know, the best way possible, you know? Like you want to look your best, so your babies should look their best, you know? Okay. So there we go. There is Nathan. And I think I did a pretty darn good job for what I had to work with. So I rolled the sleeves up 3 times and you can't even really tell. I mean, it's you can't even tell. I mean, you could tell a little bit, but it's not, you wouldn't guess 3 times. You know. And then this up here, I'm going to have to pin this, you know, like pin it at the shoulder. And then I made it look like a little two-piece. So like he had a shirt and little shorts. Um, but I think for the most part, hey, he's got a new little onesie. He's got a new little koala outfit. I think it's adorable. And I wish that I had more hats for him. I only, like, he's like really lacking. Where's his little hat? Here, this is the only hat I have for him. And it's kind of, you know, it's getting a little ratty there. It's getting all full of lint, but it's got to go on him because he needs something some kind of color on his, head or his face, because, like I was telling you in my last video, the silicones are, that you're giving up like a realistic, look. The details, are lacking on a silicone. So you need to give them some color. See how much color that brought to him? You see, just by adding the little hat. Now he looks like a little newborn. And then when I add his pacifier, which doesn't really match, but it's the only one I got, then he will, oh man, God, mod on. Mod on. All right. This usually goes in so easy. Tina, now I can't get this pacifier in him. She was having trouble with her silicone earlier with the modified pacifier. Usually he takes this right away. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Okay, there we go. It's a little over his nose, but oh well. So I think he looks really, really cute. So does Nathan. Here, see? So you give up those, those details that you would normally have in, a reborn. And speaking of that, I came across this post, okay? Look how cutesy. He looks like a little newborn. I came across this post on my Instagram feed. I think it's since deleted, or I can't find it. I don't know if it's still there, but I can't find it again. That was of this artist, okay, and she was ranting about I guess a message that she had got on her platform, on her Instagram, about a lady that, saying that, the lady was saying, I have replicas, basically that's all she could afford. And, she hopes that that doesn't stand in the way of her being friends with her, or, allowing her to be on her page. And the artist was like ranting about it, saying, I don't speak to people, or I don't support people that, not support people, but I don't want anybody on my page basically that has replicas. How could you do that? Artists work so hard, blah, 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 blah. That kind of thing again. And yes, I understand sculptors work very hard, but, and I left this comment too, and I don't know if they deleted the whole post or just my comment or whatever, what have you, but of course they'll delete things that they don't like to hear. And all I put was, what you need to remember is that not everyone could afford an authentic reborn doll. And I said, I have both authentic and replicas. So does that make me a sick and horrible person? And I put a bunch of question marks, because that's what she was saying when she was ranting and raving. She's, that's sick, that's horrible. How could you do that? How could you have, replicas? And just what I said, like, hello, like, especially in today's day, especially this time of year, not everybody could afford an authentic doll. And who the fuck, I'm sorry, but who the fuck are you? Okay? You're a person just like me and the next person and the next person, okay? To tell everybody else that you're horrible because you can only afford to buy this doll instead of my doll. Okay? Take a walk. Take a fucking hike. Because you know what? I wouldn't want to be associated with somebody like that. Okay? That's terrible. That's terrible to say to someone that's trying to be your friend, that's trying to look on your page, trying to admire your dolls that she cannot afford. But she's admiring your work. And just because she has replicas, because she can't afford your work, okay, you're going to say, oh, well, you're sick and you're this and that, whatever she was saying. Give me a break, lady. Okay? Go take a hike up a big mountain. All right? That's just, it's terrible. It is terrible. I just don't understand people. I really don't. Leave comments below, please, on what you think about that. Really. just let that sit for a second. I know there's been this, topic before on other channels and, things, but I'm real curious because like I felt like when I was watching this lady, like my heart was racing. Like why? Like you can't tell somebody, "Oh, well, I'm not going to talk to you." I mean, you can, but it's fucking fucked up and rude as hell. "Oh, I'm not going to talk to you because you don't have enough money." And in other words, it's almost like you're buying friendship. It's like, well, you don't have enough money to be buying authentic dolls, so therefore I can't talk to you. Give me a break. Okay? Just give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Look, to each their own. Everybody is like I said, struggling, moving through life, buying what they, number one, could afford, and number two, what they like, what they see and they like. Now, at this time, like in my collecting, and I've said this, I can't afford an authentic reborn. I can't afford one. So that's why I've been buying the silicones. Or these were gifted to me, but I mean that's why I've been into the silicones, because they're affordable and they're still cute and they still bring me happiness. Would I like more authentic? Sure. I have a kit sitting at my artist, with my artist that I was supposed to get for Christmas. So sure, I would like another authentic, but I have 3 kids. I have a family, and now this shit with the government shutdown, and it's like, well, you got to do what you got to do. And so for somebody, I mean, if somebody said that to me, like, no, like, who cares? Then I wouldn't want to talk to that person anyway. Like, that's just terrible. So we're not the terrible people for collecting what we could afford, what we like, what brings us happiness. The people that act like that are the terrible people that single out people or a group of people because they can't afford, they don't have it, they can't do it. And to say, "Oh, you're terrible because you can't." Anyway. So, I am rich in many other ways other than monetary. And so money isn't everything, and you can enjoy the holidays on a very minimal budget, as I have shown you already, and with plates that cost $1. Okay. Oh, he looks so cute in that. Okay. You can buy, like I said, you can buy a tablecloth for $1, plastic one. $1. $1. And then you have a nice, they have all colors, guys. They have red, green, gold, silver, whatever your taste is. Go to Walmart. They have it. You can make a beautiful place setting on your table for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, for like $10. $10. And you'll make your table look gorgeous. Okay? If you have leftover gift ribbon, okay, let me show you this. If you have leftover gift ribbon after you're done wrapping gifts, maybe this, look at that. Okay, maybe I would tie them to the cups. That would be a good idea, actually. Make a bow, tie it around the cup. Make sure it's taped or whatever you want to do, however you want to keep it on. But that would look really pretty and make it look even more elevated. You can curl this ribbon and put a bunch in the middle of one plate, or if you have a bowl or whatever, and then put that in the middle of the table and stick like a candle in there, or flameless candle, stick in the middle, and then you have a whole little cute little bowl of little curly ribbons. And I mean, there's so many things. Maybe tie these around the bottoms of the forks. That's even a great idea. You could tie these around the bottom of the forks. I would obviously use a little, maybe Scotch tape to just make sure it stays on, but make a pretty little bow and curl that ribbon. In fact, I'm probably going to do that now that I'm giving myself fucking ideas. But what I'm saying is you can still make your holidays really pretty, okay, on a slim budget, because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So, everybody else could do it too. I'm grateful that my holiday season is going great so far, and everything seems to be lining up perfectly. The only thing is, and I'll say this before I get going, because I mean it's not a super long video, but um, gosh, this hair. I can't wait till I just don't have to wear this anymore. I mean, I like it, but sometimes it gets annoying, really annoying, especially for my eyes. But anyway, so what the hell was I gonna say now? Oh, so in my last video I showed that I had Sam, or an authentic Sam, for sale, and he's still here. Um, he's still for sale. Okay, if you're interested in him, he's authentic. Comes with a box opening, his COA paperwork, all that. For $350 shipped within the U.S. And that is a fantastic deal for the way he's painted. And I'm selling him so that I'm able to get my son a computer. Okay, his laptop broke, so he doesn't have one at the moment, and he's trying to do, he needs to do, I mean, he has like a laptop for school, so he could do his schoolwork and stuff, but so that's really the only thing he asked for. So the phone is scratched. Like, I didn't get the phone, okay? And a good thing I didn't, because then his laptop broke like a week later, or a couple days later, whatever. So that's why I'm selling Sam, to get my son his laptop. Otherwise I wouldn't be selling him. So I'm okay selling him for that. And I really am stuck on the price, only because I want to. Because but okay, I will take 300 plus shipping. Okay, but no box opening. I'll just send him in an outfit, and maybe, a couple little extras with his COA. So if you don't want the box opening, I will do 300 plus shipping. So shipping I could probably get him in a medium flat rate if you really wanted to go that way, for $22, I think it is. I have to double check. But he probably could fit. So he could fit in a medium flat rate without a box opening. Like I said, I'll just wrap a couple little extras, and his COA and paperwork. I'll see if I have a thin blanket to wrap him in, but like it won't fit in like a furry blanket or nothing in that. But so that'll kind of bring the shipping cost down a little bit. So if you don't want a big box opening, you just want a couple extras, I could put him in a medium flat rate for, I think it's 20. Let me ask Jason when he comes out the bathroom. Because he just shipped something, I believe. So I could do 300 plus the shipping, because there is an actual other computer that is $299. Jason,
What?
how much is a medium flat rate box? Do you know?
It's in the 20s.
It's over $20?
Yeah.
We just shipped one to... Oh, when I sent out, what was her name? Alice. When I sent out Alice, I think I put her in a medium flat rate. And I think it was 22 and change. So let's say 23 to be safe. Okay, 23. So it'd be 23 shipping. So $300 with no box opening. 300 plus the 23 shipping. US only, PayPal only. So if you're interested in him for that amount, please let me know. And that way I can get my son his laptop, and I don't have to worry next month about that. But other than that, I'm done with the Christmas shopping. I am. I'm done. Except for me and Jason, So that'll be next month, though. But anyway, so let me know if anybody be interested. I'll put it in the description so you guys know exactly what it is. And what else? That's it for today, guys. I think I showed you everything. Place settings that I am dying to get this dress for Santina for Christmas. Okay. She doesn't have a Christmas dress. She has a Christmas romper that Tina sent, which I'm sure will fit on her. I haven't tried it on her yet, but I'm sure it'll fit her. God, can you like...
Sorry.
So it's a romper. Do I have it here that I can show you? Hold on 1 second. Okay, guys, I think I have like a hair in my eye. It's bothering me. But anyway. So this is the romper that I'm hoping fits on her. It says newborn, but it's huge. Okay, so I'm hoping, I mean, they're wide enough sleeves. Okay, and even I think this is plenty. That it'll definitely fit on her. So I like this, but I also want to get her like a dressy dress, you know, because she's my toddler, my only toddler, and I want to get her like a puffy, you know, like dress for Christmas. I have this one on my list from Gymboree, I think it is. It's a gorgeous, like icy blue color, like Elsa, you know, Frozen. You know, it's like an icy blue color. Um, and then they have a separate um silver with rhinestone little crown for her hair. Oh my gosh, like that would look incredible on her. And the dress keeps going up and down in price. It jumps to like 28. Then I seen it for $12 the other day because I checked my list, you know, to see the prices. And then it went back up, and then it went back to like I think it was 17. I don't know what it is right now, but it's a gorgeous dress. If you want a gorgeous, beautiful dress for your toddler, go check out my list and you'll see it there. It's beautiful. That would look beautiful on any toddler, okay? That would even be a gorgeous dress for Ellie, Sherry, your granddaughter. For Ellie, I think that would be look gorgeous on her with the little crown. You got to go check it out. If you can't find it, I'll send it to you. But it's gorgeous, really pretty. So I would love that for Santina. But we'll see how that goes. But maybe if I catch it, that's what I mean. Like in December, first week, you know, in December, if I catch the sale, I'll grab it. You know, the crown actually went down too to like $6 yesterday. I think it's up to 12 now, but it fluctuates, you know, the prices. So you got to have the money and you know, catch the sale is the whole thing with those things, you know. So I'm hoping to get that for her. And Tina said she has, well, she wants me to measure her feet because she thinks she might have shoes for her. So I got to measure her feet. So we got to do that. And, yeah, so I'm getting so excited, guys. My birthday's in 15 days. So it's happy birthday month. And, Danny's going to his friend's birthday party on Sunday. So I know he's going to have a blast. So, her presents are already a little wrapped in a little bag. And, so it's just, yeah, it's just happy times. So, I'm going to try and do another family dinner tonight because I want to play Sneaky Pete with everyone. Honestly, when I told Jason or when he's seen it, he's like, what is that? Like, he didn't even remember. I'm like, you're telling me my viewers remember? Well, he doesn't watch my videos. He doesn't watch them. So I can't really, you know. But he's heard me say Sneaky Pete before. Okay. And when I told him, then he was like, oh, yeah. So I guess I'm going to go clean up some stuff. My ottoman is here. So I'm going to open that up and put that together. Hopefully Amazon will come soon with the rug, and I could have Jason put the curtains up and put the backdrop up so that the next video, everything is, you know, nicey nice. And yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to go heat up another cup of coffee and have a couple of cookies maybe. And then that's it. Answer some of my messages. I know I got messages since I've been on here. But it is the crappiest of days out. Oh my God, crappy. But at least that it makes the Christmas lights illuminate more when it's crappy outside. You know, it's bright. Makes it more cozy in here. Maybe I'll have some hot chocolate. I had some hot chocolate last night with Danny when we were playing Sneaky Pete. Or maybe it was the day before. No, I think it was last night. It was last night. But you know what I used? You know what I did with the ugly ass wrapping paper that I don't like? For now, I'm using it as craft paper to cover my table for when Danny colors and does his painting and stuff. Hey, it works. It works. And then you just roll it up and throw it in the trash when he's done. So I have that on the table right now because he was coloring this morning. But, so it came in handy for something, right? And that's about it. And then I want to give a shout out to Taddy because I heard from him today. So, hey, if you're watching, I don't know if you still watch my videos, but either way, Loved hearing from you, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope to hear back from you soon. Um, what else? Um, yeah, just a shout out to everybody. Shout out to all my viewers and friends and subscribers and watchers and lookers and whatever you're here for. Okay, so we'll say it again, right? Don't forget to like. Please like the video. It's very, very important, okay? Subscribe. That is so important. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you like watching my videos, you should be subscribed, because at 900, I'm doing a giveaway that's separate from the holiday giveaway, okay? I'm doing a 900 sub giveaway. So we got to get to 900, guys. Come on, subscribe, subscribe. Share. Make sure you share my video if you like it and you think a friend would like it, or you want to show somebody something. Share the video, okay? What's next? Like, and tell your friends. Tell your friends. That's right. That's how you get word of mouth. Go tell your friends. Yeah. I'll be back probably Friday. Unless, like I said, unless I get some happy mail or birthday mail and I can't wait, maybe then I'll do a video tomorrow. I'll hop on. But other than that, I would just say expect me for Friday chat, which is going to be crazy to think that it's already going to be Friday again, because it's just the weeks, everything's flying by. Christmas will be here before you know it. Crazy, crazy. Okay. And nobody has taken a candy cane off the tree yet. I told them, don't touch it. You know what? I made it a game. I said, okay, guys. I said, Danny, we are going to do something different this year, because usually we get the advent calendars. I said, we're going to do something different this year. We got 12 candy canes. So we're going to put them on the tree, and we are going to play the 12 days of Christmas. So starting on December 12th at nighttime, you get to take one candy cane off the tree every night. But we have to take turns. So like if Danny takes one on the 12th, then on the 13th, Ethan gets to take one. The 14th, Jack gets to take one. And then they alternate, turns, taking a candy cane off the tree. So I thought that was kind of cute. And it's a way to stop them from taking the candy canes, number one. And it's a way to also count down the days of Christmas, because like I said, usually we get those advent calendars. Jason was getting the ones like with the chocolate in them, but the chocolate sucked. And the kids didn't even eat it. So if the kids didn't eat it, it sucked. So we're not going to buy those again. And they wind up, usually they would open the doors and whatever. Last year I did, or the past couple years, I think I've been doing this. Do we just with, I buy keychains. Okay. And they come in little, I know the Toy Story ones came in little envelopes that have a number on it for the day. So like on December 1st, it would be, you pick number 1 and somebody opens the envelope and it was a, Mr. Potato Head keychain. And then number 2, the envelope, somebody opened it, it's, Woody keychain. So those are really cute, but then they didn't really use them. So we used a couple as ornaments, but then they wanted, we didn't use them. So, I don't know what, I know we did an advent calendar last year, but I can't remember. Because I think the Toy Story keychains was the year before. Well, last year I got them like the Lego gingerbread set, so that we played that, but that's not really advent. I don't know, we did something, I know we did. It's going to take me a minute. And then, like, I was looking online, and they can be expensive, those advent calendars, especially with the little toys in it. I found a Lego one. It's more aimed, I would say, towards girls. It's like Lego Friends, and it has, like, the little girls things and stuff. But they would still like that, and that was, like, $20. Because a lot of them go from, like, $30 to $50, depending on the characters, I know they have a Bluey one, which was really cute, but they're not really into the Bluey anymore. So it's, like, it's hard, So any Lego thing I think would be cute, because I didn't get them any Legos this year, and I think they would like that. Or I was looking at like a Hello Kitty one. I don't know. It really depends. That's kind of last on the list, and I think this candy cane thing kind of will hold them over. But we do like to do the advents. But you know, like I said, something different, you know, than what we're usually doing. And Danny seemed excited about it. So, you know, whatever. So I'm really going to go now. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. I will see you shortly, either tomorrow or Friday chat. And we'll see if I have the same nails on or if I change them, and we'll see. We'll see my different background, that's for sure. So stay tuned for that. So happy that this baby fits in this little koala thing, and this is a preemie. And this outfit, I absolutely love this outfit, Tina. Thank you so much. The new baby will love that. I know you said it's frustrating because you wanted to get for Nina. But at least they're not going to waste. You know, at least I know that they're going to fit the new baby. Thank you so much again. Thank you for everything you sent me. I love everything you sent me, Tina. And you know me, Tina. You know me. You know I'll tell you. You know that. So that's it. That's it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and Sandra will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.